Being a good person does not guarantee that people will be good to you. Most people grew up believing a simple equation. If I'm good to people, that means people will be good to me. I mean, that sounds fair, that sounds logical, and that sounds like the way the world should work. But life has a painful way of teaching you otherwise. I learned this lesson during my time in medical school. There was this classmate I genuinely cared about. Whenever they needed help, I offered. Whenever they needed things, I shared. And whenever they are struggling academically, I will spend my time explaining the concept to them in a way that they'll be able to understand. And trust me, I wasn't even keeping the scores. I wasn't expecting payment. I wasn't expecting anything, but I just genuinely believed that kindness creates kindness. But one day something happened that completely changed how I saw people. There was one opportunity I desperately needed. It was around the time that we were looking for a private posting. Like in my school, we were posted by school, but some of us believe it wasn't enough. So we were actually looking for a private posting in a private hospital by ourselves. So I was actually looking for this opportunity with this particular person, and any opportunity I see, I will inform her and we'll go together, we'll write to the hospital together, and whatever result they gave us, we just take it and move on to the next. But then one day I heard that a particular hospital was massively taking students for clinical posting. I was happy, because the news was, it came unexpected when I had already given up. So I quickly called this person. I told them that, see what is happening. I heard about this opportunity and it would be nice for us to try it out. But this person gave me one flimsy excuses why they will not go for the opportunity. So I was kind of disappointed because I believe this is something that we had desperately looked for, searched for, and then all of a sudden somebody is telling us that it will be possible if we try this place, and then suddenly they are checking out. So I went by myself anyways, I went by myself. But to my surprise, when I got to that hospital, we were asked to document our names, and to my surprise, to my greatest surprise and betrayal, this person's name was among the first list of people that applied. So she knew about this opportunity way before me, and this person didn't think it was nice to even inform me at all. I mean, they knew, they could have told me, but then they decided not to. And me, on the other hand, I later found out about the opportunity when it was already late. At first, I was angry, I felt betrayed. And it was not because I expected reward for being kind to them, but I just expected basic loyalty from them for being kind to them. I had expected that the kindness I had shown would naturally come back to me, but it didn't. And that was when I learned one of the most uncomfortable truths about life. Being a good person does not guarantee that people will be good to you, because people doesn't always operate according to your value. Some are grateful, some are selfish, some are loyal, and some only care about themselves. And your kindness doesn't magically change who they are. For example, a snake doesn't stop being a snake just because you fed it. Now, before you misunderstand me, I'm not saying you should be cold. I'm not saying you should stop helping people. I'm not saying that kindness is useless. That's actually far from it. What I'm saying is this: be good to people because it reflects your character, not because you are trying to buy good treatment from others. Because the moment your kindness becomes a transaction, disappointment becomes inevitable. Help people because it's a good thing to do. Love people because it is just who you are. But never assume that your goodness gives you immunity to disrespect, betrayal, or disappointment, because it doesn't. Some of the kindest people you ever meet have been hurt the most. Some of the most generous people you have met have been taken for granted. And some of the loyal people you have met have been betrayed by the people they trusted. Now, that's not proof that kindness is foolish, but it's a proof that life is not always fair. The real maturity comes when you learn to be kind without becoming naive, when you learn to help people without expecting anyone to help you in return, to care for people while still protecting yourself. Because to be kind to people is your choice, but how they treat you in return is their own choice. And confusing these two is the reason why many people end up heartbroken. So here is today's truth. Being a good person does not guarantee that people will be good to you. But don't let that stop you from being good. Just make sure that your kindness has wisdom attached to it. Some truth hurts, but ignoring them hurts even more. And mind you, life is not always fair. So see you in my next video.